Hello friends. So in this chapter basically talks about the investment, how the investment are affected by the policy uncertainty. Okay, so uh, that is has been done. Okay, and what are the effect steps should be taken has been written here. Okay, how the investment is affected by various new and important aspect is here EPU. What is EPU? That we are going to discuss in this chapter. So EPU index is economics policy uncertainty. Okay, higher the EPU, higher the uncertainty. Okay, so it is been how it is being done. It is being created. This is created by quantifying newspaper coverage of policy related economic certainty, um, like there is an in 2013, for example, there is a taper tantrum, that is the EPU is there. Taper tantrum is basically nothing but when the US Fed has decided that they will not going to print more, that is, they will not going to have a more easy monetary policy. So that was the taper tantrum. So more detail is we need not to go into the more detail. Basically, I just give you the just give you a flavor of that thing. When the global crisis has happened, and what the FD your central bank of USA, what they have decided, they will decided that they will give more and more easy money supply. Okay, now once they will see that money supply, that is the economy has revived and money supply need to be reduced, so they have decided to reduce the money supply. That was the taper tantrum aspect. Okay, so so for example, when the taper tantrum was there, so EP was high, correlate very well with the other vulnerability index like inflation, volatility. Higher the higher change in inflation is their stock market volatility, their business sentiment index. If people are thinking more, that is they should not invest much into the economy, then EPU is high. More macroeconomic vulnerability indices, all these indices is very much represent the EPU index, will become a part of EPU index. So this is the thing. So now you, how EPU index or economic policy sensitivity is going to affect the economy. Okay, so it affect the economic through the route of investment. Economic policy uncertainty, higher the economic policy uncertainty is there, higher the systematic risk. Now systematic risk is which is the risk which is not particular to the particular company. Unsystematic is the risk which is a particular with a particular company, whereas the systematic risk is the risk which is not a particular to a particular company. So economic policy and higher the economic policy uncertainty, higher the systematic risk. So now higher the systematic risk. So if you are investing into the risky asset, you require a more money. So higher the cost of capital, more return. Okay, for instance, if you are doing the investment to the some in investment which is going to give you a 6% return, and it is certain that it will going to not this, let me change my example. Let's say there is a two project P1 and project P2. Now in the investment to the project P1 is high, risk into the P1 project is high, where the risk into the P2 project is low. So of course you want that if you are going to invest into the P1 project, you want a more return because you are taking a more risk. Similarly, if there is a more systematic risk, you require a more cost of capital. More return is required, there is more cost of capital would be there. So that would nothing but lead to the lower investment. So it's very much necessary that you should reduce the uncertainty as much as possible. You cannot eliminate the uncertainty, and uncertainty would always be there, but you should try to reduce. Policy uncertainty should be reduced. If there is a higher policy uncertainty, drop in GDP of around 2.5% with a heterogeneous firms. Okay, this has been some estimate had been done. EPU and investment negative correlated. High the EPU, less FDI, FII, less investment is there. EPU is your economic economic policy uncertainty. Okay, now global uncertainty in India, how, what was the thing that is present reason for global uncertainty are there. There are three reasons they have done: slower world growth, okay, US and China trade war, and uncertainty about the Brexit. Okay, what the Britain will take, because there isn't very much. In fact, recently British Prime Minister has to resign because of this Brexit deal only. Okay, so there isn't very much uncertainty about the outcome of this Brexit. Okay, all these are the reason of the global uncertainty. And how India is related to this? Till 2014, our economy is very much in tandem with the world. Uncertainty was also as high as in the world. into through 2015 there is a divergence, and 2018 complete decoupling was there. That is, we are no more, for instance, barring this month, uh, that is, there was a time, that is prior to this month, world economy was falling where the Indian economy was not falling, or what economic Indian economic share market was not falling. So there is a complete decoupling was there prior, after post 2018, and uncertainty in India was falling, whereas the worldwide uncertainty is rising. Reason, these are the reason. Continue resolution of the twin balance sheet problem, and government shown has their uh, very much desirability to solve this problem, although still not fully solved. Now, what is the twin balance sheet problem? Look at the banking video. It's basically problem in the balance sheet of the corporates and the problem in the balance sheet of the bankers. Insolvency bankruptcy code is to solve, of course, this to solve this twin balance sheet problem only. Recapitalization of bank. Okay. Focus improvement of the business climate by measure to improve the ease of doing business, and clarity of the FDI liberalization. All these policy which the government has taken, not only taken of the taking policy is very important, but proper communication of these policy also has been done, which has resulted into the falling of the uncertainty in India. Other factor affecting the investment, cost of borrowing, indirectly affected by the uncertainty, of course. Apart from uncertainty, cost of borrowing is also affected by the money supply, people desirability, return, all those things also affect the cost of borrowing. Prices, price also affect the level of investment. Higher the WPI prices, that is wholesale prices, more investment would be there, but negatively correlated with CPI. More the CPI, consumer uh, prices index, okay, less will be the investment. Why? Because consumer price, if higher the consumer price index, that will result into the reduction of the demand, and reduction of demand will nothing but result into the reduction of revenue for the company. So this is nothing but resulted into the investment decrease. With the positive correlation with WPI, now because higher the WPI, there is more price they are able to fetch at the wholesale market, nothing but more price will be there, more benefit, more profit would be there, more investment would be there. Capacity utilization, higher the capacity utilization, higher the investment, lower the capacity utilization. For example, let's say there's an you have installed the 100 megawatt of power plant, but it is not fully run for whole year, so it definitely will not set a new power plant. Whereas this is fully run, fully capitalized, capacity utilization, of course a new power plant would be set up. Volatility of exchange rate, higher the volatility, less investment. But FDI having a weak negative, there is a negative relationship between FDI and the investment, sorry, FDI and the volatility in the exchange rate. But FDI also depend on lot of other factors as well, because FDI is for the long term. For example, when the Microsoft is setting up their office into India, they are not only talking about the exchange, because they are here for the long term. Where the FII, foreign institution investment, which is mainly for the short term, they will invest mainly into the share market. There is an again negative relationship is there, but strong negative relationship. Okay, so higher the volatility, lower the investment. Step to reduce CPU, policy makers should make their section, of course. कॉमन सेंस वाला बात है कि टू रिड्यूस द एपीयू, reduce the policy uncertainty, proper communication should be there, the policy should be predictable, reduce ambiguity, okay, in the policy implementation. Tracking EPU, this is important, this is a new thing which is saying that it's okay, you are taking the step, but track whether you are achieving it or not. For that you need to track the EPU. For example, we are tracking the investment, we are tracking the prices, simply you should track the EPU as well. If higher is the EPU, more transparent you should become, more predictable to you, and you should document what you do, but also do what the document. For instance, you are saying, for example, now monetary policy, our monetary policy in this sense is very much in this line only. Monetary policy objective is that to have an inflation between 4% to between 4 plus minus 2%, that is 2% to 6% should be the inflation. Okay, and they need to follow this. They have documented it first. Now first they documented it, that is they have given the signal, further they are following it, they are doing what the document says. So this is make the policy very much predictable. Okay, quality assurance of the process in policy making must be implemented. Okay, you should not make the policy and here and where proper qualitative assessment should be there, proper quality should be assurance should be there, and it should be on par of the international quality. Okay, and this is a summary of the chapter. Look at this summary. Again, small chapter, but some new things are there. Like EPU is the much of the important thing. Look at this summary. If doesn't get anything, something you if you're not able to understand, of course, very much ask into the community tab.